22 people have died and 59 others are hurt after what police are calling a suicide bombing terror attack at a concert venue in Manchester, England. Ariana Grande had just wrapped up her performance and fans were starting to leave when the explosion happened in the concourse area. We are joined now by active threat expert and former Lake Mary police officer Zach Hudson. Zach, thanks for being with us this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we have a lot to get to. So you were part of a federal counterterrorist school a few years ago, and your focus and training was actually on bombings. Tell us about that.
Yeah, the entire time the focus was bombs. The focus was how to deal with them, how to detect them, and that was the focus of the entire school.
And so you got to see some really interesting things, I would imagine.
Yeah, basically they set off 4 or 5 bombs per day, even a car bomb, a vest bomb, all the above, and to really make sure that law enforcement officers understood the gravity of that weapon, because it's so much different on TV versus real world.
Mm-hmm. And you saw the vest bomb actually go off, and that's something that's just so hard to fight against.
Yeah, it's hard to defend against a suicide bomber.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it really is. The first step is certainly to try to filter your security people out as far as possible. You know, what are you looking for? There's very specific signs that you can look for as far as bombers are concerned. An example of that would be a big jacket in the middle of summer. Mm-hmm. Is a sign. You know, if you have a rigid abdomen and you're a young kid and you're not supposed to have a belly, you have a nice skinny face and a kind of a belly there, that could be an explosive device. And then you have people that mill about in very specific areas where there are choke points. Choke points are going to be areas where you have a higher probability of getting mass casualties.
Yeah, but you were also saying that security starts way before you get to the actual venue.
It should. It should start way before you get to the venue and even afterward. You know, you want to screen the parking lots and you want to screen the byways before the concert ends to make sure there's nobody out there. That should all be part of a security plan.
That is a concern, though. I mean, how big can the perimeter really be? Of course, soft targets. A big concern, especially here in Central Florida, because of all of our theme parks, and not just the theme parks. We know that there's an event going on at Daytona International Speedway this weekend. We have reached out to many of those entities. Of course, they say they can't discuss security with the media, but what can you do? I mean, how big does that perimeter need to be? Because in many places, in our community and elsewhere, there are a lot of people gathered. Many weekends.
The perimeter is going to be based on the size of the event and also the topographical and geographical layout of that particular area. So it's not a blanket thing. You know, it's a very specific thing for a specific venue. That's number one. Number two, what you're trying to do is reduce casualties. You're trying to detect, and in order to do that, you have to make sure that the crowds are dissipating. People that are packed into a tight area are prime targets. That's the bottom line. If you allow them to dissipate, you reduce your casualties. That's the process of dissipation that we should be going through.
Do you feel like that's being done, though?
Oh, absolutely not. No, you know, this country's not used to this kind of an event. They're used to active shooters. I mean, we're seeing that about every 84 hours, but they're not used to a suicide bomber.
But what do you say to moms who have these little girls? Because, you know, Katy Perry's coming to town. Ariana Grande is going to come to town eventually again. What do you say to these moms who say, I just don't feel safe anymore doing that?
Well, unfortunately, we live in a different world. You know, I say this all the time when I do classes. We live in a different world. Today is not what it was in pre-2001. It's a different world, and we have to deal with that. You know, I say to mothers out there that there is an honest concern that there could be an issue. The chance of there being a bombing in this country today is not spectacularly high, but clearly, I mean, we saw 2 bombs go off in New Jersey, you know, late last year. So this is clearly on the radar. It's clearly an issue.
Well, thank you for spending some time with us and sharing that information with us this afternoon. Zach Hudson.
Thank you.